Last week's violence at the U.S. Capitol came after weeks of social media activity by President Donald Trump and others. Facebook was one meeting place.
When you've got 3 billion people on a platform that is optimized for maximum engagement with no check from government, that's how we got where we are.
Social media giants such as Facebook, Twitter, and Snap responded by suspending or outright banning President Trump and some supporters' accounts. There's an effort to remove content such as the phrase "Stop the Steal," a rallying cry for those who say Trump really won the presidential election. Amazon Web Services, the web hosting provider for Parler, a conservative alternative to Twitter, took it offline, while Google and Apple banned the app from its app stores. Those who lost their digital perch are crying foul. Others say the shutdowns came too late and don't go far enough. There are renewed calls for laws on online speech and a push to reduce the power that tech companies have. Experts say more attention is needed as to what happens after so-called deplatforming.
That's the phase we're in right now, and it could be incredibly dangerous if we don't take that moment seriously.
Megan Squire is a professor at Elon University who studies the online activity of extremist groups.
It's not enough to just wash your hands of a person and say, well, they're not on my platform anymore. It really is what happens next.
And what happens next is pretty predictable, says Squire. Movement to alternative or alt-tech sites like Telegram surged in the wake of mainstream sites' actions.
A couple of the channels that I was watching were growing at 100 and 200%.
For the internet giants like Facebook, Google's YouTube, and Twitter, this should be their moment of reckoning, says Jesse Larrick, co-founder of nonprofit Accountable Tech.
Their tools have been recruiters in many ways for these extremist movements. And so it's not enough to take action on individual pieces of content or individual users even. Like, they have to grapple with the extent to which they've been a primary driving force of all of this.
As the U.S. continues to learn more about what led to the chaos in the nation's capital, questions remain about the future of speech online. Tina Trin, VOA News, New York.